folks, thanks for tuning in. You're joining us at quite an exciting time for SGO, Steve Greaves Outdoors. Due to obviously our lack of interest in our training courses over the corona virus outbreak and this global pandemic, which has obviously disrupted everyone's lives, we've decided to diversify a little bit and do something a bit different. So the plan is to create a series of short videos for you, to include a trip that my pal and I, Rob, are taking shortly. Our plan is to attempt to walk from our homes in Chesterfield in Derbyshire. We're going to walk to the east coast. We haven't quite decided where we'll finish yet, but it's going to be around about Mablethorpe or something like that. It's about 80 miles give or take, and we're going to try and do that within a week. That's the plan. I've got some of my kit set up here today. Just making a few plans to see what works, what doesn't work, and there are a few bits and pieces of additional equipment which will help us document the journey as well. Okay. So I'm going to run you through a few bits and pieces. Obviously the filming is going to be really important to us. So I'm doing this on an iPhone, as it happens, at the moment, iPhone 7. I've got a little action cam as well, which I'm debating whether or not I'll take along with us, or whether we'll just stick with the iPhone. Using the iPhone will obviously mean we need to charge it up, keep it in good order. So I've got one of these portable battery packs. I'm sure you've all seen these before. It's currently on charge with, you can see the edge of that there, a solar panel, which is actually helping us. Hello, dog. So this is my dog Bracken. Unfortunately, Bracken's a little bit old now for these sort of expeditions, so she'll be looking after base camp for us back in Chesterfield. I've got a little one-man tent here. That's my plan, is to use this to sort of socially distance from my pal Rob, and he's got the same sort of tent, a little one-person tent. We've got a thermarest in there, obviously, to sleep on. Not going to help me much, are you? And I've got a summer sleeping bag in there as well, which is a Jutta, which is a German make. I'm really happy with this. Ever so good. I've used it a couple of times on summer canoe trips, and it's been really good. Our stove we're going to be using is one of these like Jetboil style stoves. So this one isn't a Jetboil, it's a fire maple, which is clearly a copy of a Jetboil, but this one's a little bit bigger in capacity and significantly cheaper as well. I do have a Jetboil, but I found this one actually suits my purposes a little bit better when I come to making food. I'm going to show you in another video. Got my coffee, and for those of you who know me, it's important. Make sure I get my caffeine, keep the caffeine hit. I've got a little titanium mug as well to serve up my coffee in there. We'll be carrying some water, but this is a minimal trip. This is a lightweight trip. The idea is that we're going to pick up food and water as we go across the country, and each day we'll be stopping somewhere to restock our supplies, our breakfast bars, snackage, that sort of thing, and hopefully eat in cafes, takeaways, pubs, that kind of thing along the way as well. Okay. We are going to be taking a couple of emergency ration types. These are dehydrated or freeze-dried foods. These fire pot ones are fairly new to me. I've used various different ones over the years. These ones, I think I got these from Alpkit, which they've got a good lifespan on them, and they have got mega calories. I mean, there's 765 calories in that one alone. So, but we're going to use them only in an emergency. That's the plan. We only use those in emergency. The mappage we've got, I'm going to be making copies of the maps, A4 size. Put some laminate so that I'll be able to write on those as well, give us a record of where we've been, but also it means we can, if we lose them, it isn't the end of the world. Maps, I'm expecting those in the next couple of days. Got myself sort of some emergency equipment here. It's marked with a red cross. Obviously it's a bit out of date now, but in there I've got a small first aid kit, a personal hygiene kit, some bits and pieces of repair kit and that sort of stuff, and obviously some little gaffer tape, which is really important. Okay, that's obviously coming along with us. We've got, where are we at? Here we go. We've got the waterproofs. These are the waterproof trousers, which is what we was needing. And the waterproof jacket to match. That's important. No matter what the weather's going to be like. I mean, we're fortunate today to have this lovely sunny weather, but equally it could be horrendous. And yesterday we had a massive downpour and close to a thunderstorm, so who knows. Other bits of kit I've got in here. I've got a warm jacket. I'm taking that along with me just to say for the evenings. Got a bag of spare clothes as well, so some additional shorts in there, a couple of thermal tops, okay, some socks and some pants and that sort of stuff. That's what's going to be in that one there. And yeah, so not much else really kit wise. I'm trying to keep it as minimum as possible. Got a few of the bits and pieces in my rucksack, it's like a Leatherman, that sort of Leatherman tool, that sort of stuff, just to sort of in case we need to fix stuff up. But generally I'm trying to keep this as lightweight as possible. The idea behind that is that we can travel quicker than perhaps than you would do if you were carrying a big rucksack. And we're also going to be hoping to find discreet places that we could put our one-man tents. So we're not actually going to be using any sort of public campsites. That's the plan at this stage, certainly. So this is the introduction to all of this, what's going to be going on. We'll be keeping updates throughout the next few weeks here on YouTube and giving you an insight into the expedition, hopefully, and for us, and we'll share some of our feelings hopefully at the end of it as well. So cheers guys, thanks for tuning in, thanks for watching, and we'll keep you updated very soon. Bye for now. Again, just another update from inside the tent. Guess who came back? Oh my god. I think she desperately wants to come with us, you know. What you reckon, Bracken? You want to come as well? Sorry. Okay, I think I have to try that one again. Just bear with me. Hey folks, just another update from inside the one-person tent just now. As you can see, there's not masses of room. I mean, if you look around, just you can see clearly the extent of the space. I guess you could call this an elaborate baby bag, I suppose. It's fit for purpose, certainly, because this is a summer trip. Obviously there's not a massive need to be in the tent a lot, but equally you do need enough room to turn around and get comfortable when you're sleeping. I mean, there is some room out here for storage and what have you, and there's also a little bit of space in there for storage as well, so we'll certainly be able to function in here. Whether or not you'd find it comfortable yourself, I don't know. It's something that I guess you need to kind of get used to this level of comfort. Morning everyone, thanks for tuning in. This is just the final preparation for our walk to the coast. I've got up this morning, Monday morning, and it's raining outside. Well, certainly wasn't forecast, but it is forecast to ease and stop. So just finish off breakfast here at home, and then I'm going to saddle up, get my gear on my back, and go and meet my pal Rob and start our walk. So we'll tune in later on and let you know how we're getting on. Thanks again. Bye. Hi folks, so day one, we've made it as far as Sutton Scarsdale Hall, which, as you can see, is it'll be nice when it's finished. But yeah, we've shanked it up out of Chesterfield, which is kind of off in that direction really, and we just stopped for our first cup of tea. So actually, I'll just spin you right the way around. You can see just there somewhere is the M1 motorway, which we're going to be crossing in a few minutes time. Yeah, so far so good. Hi folks, thanks for tuning in again. Rob and I have just passed the 20 kilometre mark from Chesterfield, so we found ourselves on I guess it's a old disused railway line, which will probably take us for the next sort of couple of kilometres anyway. But yeah, things are going well. We're starting to feel it in our legs a little bit. Well, I certainly am anyway, but after 20k, why wouldn't you be? Anyhow, we'll tune in again later on, let you know how we get on with our progress. Talk to you soon. Hi guys, thanks for tuning in again. Just a quick update one more time. We're near the end of day one now. We've just sort of clipped 28k now, and we're not far off the place we're hoping to lay our heads for the night. My step counter was telling me I'd done 39,500 steps so far today, which I thought was quite impressive for one day bimbling around. Anyway, hopefully an hour should see us done and somewhere where we can lay our heads for the night. So we'll hopefully tune back in about then and let you know how we get on with our campsite. Thanks again. Hey folks, so this is our first night camp. We're on the edge of Sherwood Forest right now, and we both decided after 30 plus kilometres that we would call it a day. So we found a nice little spot in the woods, which I'll show you shortly, and we've bedded down for the night. It's only early, it's only 7:30 at the moment, so it's still a bit of daylight, and you know, we haven't finished for the day fully, but yeah, it's been quite a day. It's been pretty epic, but we've thoroughly enjoyed ourselves. So I'll just spin you around now. Just give me a second. And this is it. This is our spot that we're proposing. So this is the outside of my tent. This is the Sherwood Forest. And, panning around here, and there's Rob over there in his little nest. He's made himself nice and comfortable. And like you see, our plan is to have a nice chilled evening, and then early night, early start tomorrow. Hi folks, just thought I'd check in with you all. We've got about 11.5 kilometres under our belts on day 2 today. I've sustained a sore toe injury, so I've been walking a little bit slower today, and we also managed to find ourselves in a private estate, and the estate manager wasn't overly keen for us to walk through there, so we had to take a bit of a detour, which has probably added about 4 kilometres to our eventual distance today, but we'll see how it goes. But that's where we're at today. Rob's up there, look, he's doing all right. He's significantly less in the way of sore feet than I have, but yeah, we're doing okay. We're doing okay, and I think a steady pace should see us through to a place called Tuxford for lunch today. So we've got another couple of hours of walking yet before we get there. Once we get there, I'll probably check in again. All right, cheers. Hey folks, you join us in a back to front world. This is Fledborough. We have just joined the disused railway line, which literally runs all the way down to Lincoln now. And historically this line joined Chesterfield, which is bizarre because we've just walked across country to get here, but it doesn't actually exist anywhere else. But yeah, Fledborough, back to front Fledborough, there you go. See you soon. Look for somewhere to stay shortly. Evening guys, so we revisit night 2 of our walk to the east coast from Chesterfield, and it's been quite a day today. It's been a busy all day. We've walked for 29.2 kilometres today, so about the same sort of distance as yesterday, but some of the terrain today was very different. We found ourselves getting a bit tangled up in a private estate, which didn't go down so well. So we had a bit of a detour, but that detour led us into a town which we were able then to pick up various supplies which we needed quite desperately, water and bits and pieces of food and stuff like that. But this evening we're camping on the edge of a farmer's field. We find ourselves next to the River Trent, which is obviously the border between Nottinghamshire and Lincolnshire, and the viaduct you can see just behind me here, this one, that one there, is 1 kilometre long, and we came off it just up here just to sort of get into this field, because if we'd gone a bit further we would have gone right over the River Trent and ended up and look for this sort of place at the other side of the river, which would have been a bit of a drag. If you're interested, this is Fledborough Viaduct, and that, as I mentioned to you earlier on, this railway line, before it was decommissioned, was a railway line that led all the way back to our hometown Chesterfield. So quite an interesting sort of journey, and this takes us all the way into Lincoln. So we're going to be on that tomorrow. We're going to be giving ourselves a good early start in the morning, get out of this field, get onto the trail as quick as we can, and see how we get into there. And the wild camping, it's it's incredibly quiet around here. We've not seen a soul for hours, even on the cycle lane that goes along the top of the viaduct. There's not been anybody on it at all this evening. So fingers crossed we shouldn't get any dramas. But if we do, well, that's the luck of the draw when it comes to wild camping. But yeah, it's been quite a day. Got a sore foot. I've mentioned it before already, but yeah, my foot is sore. I'm not surprised, really, to be honest with you. It's been quite a trek, but we've had some very varied terrain today. We've had lots of tracks and lots of different different bits and pieces. But we ended up in a good spot for the night. So I'm going to call it a day for now, and hook up with you again in the morning, unless something happens which will interest you between now and then. All right, good night.
Morning everyone, it's about 5:30 on Wednesday morning, just getting up. Beautiful day here. It's Wednesday, so the plan is to get to Lincoln this morning, so we're going to be heading across that viaduct there, which should take us along a fair few miles. In actual fact, I think it's about 15 kilometres along that whole railway line. Takes you right into Lincoln. Good night's sleep. Yeah, good. It was all right. It's corner of a field, as you can see. There's our little camp there. Look, Rob and I just got our little tent there. Rob's still getting himself organised. It's only early, and as you can see, it's a really nice morning. So I'll check in with you again after breakfast as we set up on our trek, and hopefully lunchtime should be Lincoln today.